Hey everybody, sitting here on the back porch of our Airbnb in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and kind of reveling in the fact that the crazy ass GM that we work for at Gatlinburg East Smoky Mountain KOA, uh, Miss Jenny Lynn Edwards, is going down in flames, just like I thought she would, or actually just like I knew she would. 6 people in the last 2 weeks have left there, and it will be 8 people in 3 weeks shortly. She just lost her 5th assistant manager in 2 years. She's been there 2 years. So over 50 people and 5 assistant managers in 2 years. Because she's, pardon my French, she's fucking crazy. I kept my mouth shut for a while. I'm like, what? Why bother? But I watched a lot of shit. I mean, a lot of shit. I saw her physically abuse people. I saw one sexual abuse, and that's not just an allegation by me. They were documented, and it really happened. Were there charges filed? People spoke up for her, and the legal charges never happened. Cosby, Tennessee is a very it's a very tight-knit area, and it's got the good old boy system, and that helped her out. But the company's forcing her out. I mean, she's getting ready to leave, so maybe that'll save the park. I'm not sure why corporate KOA has allowed her to get away with all the shit she's done in the last 2 years. We stayed there 1 year and I think 8 months. We stayed because we love the area. We love the locals. We love the park. We could not stand her. There were so many days after working all day that I would come home. I was the assistant manager for 8 months. And it was literally the worst 8 months of my life. I mean, this woman she's a basket case. I could go on for days. I could write a book on her mental problems. She's insane. But she's on her way out, and that's better for everybody. There's a couple people there that are still backing her. I'm not sure why. I backed her, even though I knew she was fucking crazy. I backed her because I didn't want to leave the park. I didn't want to stir the pot with KOA and have them blackball me and make me leave. I didn't have a plan to go anywhere, and I ended up getting a lot better offer for a job that paid a lot more. I was able to allow my wife to retire and stop working, Michelle. She no longer works. I have an awesome job. So I left on my own terms. I left with no notice, which to me wasn't that big of a deal because I'd seen people give notice to Jenny, and she would blow up and tell them, no, get out of my park. You have 48 hours to get out. So I gave her 48 hours, and she blew up and wouldn't, like, it's a mess. But other people have been hesitant to speak up against her when they leave, and I get it. I'm still friends with those people, some of them, and I get it. I really do. It is what it is. Once you're gone, you just don't want to fuck with it no more. I mean, that's the bottom line. You just don't want to mess with it no more. You want to be done, be free of her. I get it. But anyway, she's going down in flames, just like I knew she would. It's almost like, bye, bitch. Um, I could even get nastier. I mean, as a assistant, I saw things that she did that KOA would probably love to hear about. I mean, she was stealing from the company. Probably right down to the day she leaves, she will take things with her that actually belong to KOA, that she bought with KOA money, under the guise of something else going on, marketing, whatever. Like when she would go on vacation, for a personal vacation, and she would fuel her own vehicle with the company credit card. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make those out. I'm not stupid. I wouldn't make those allegations if it wasn't true. And the budget is locked every month. The expenditures are locked every month. So what I put into those expenditures is locked. She can't go in and change that. So they could look if they really wanted to, which they won't. They've allowed her to get by with everything from. They've allowed her to get by with everything. So they're not going to go look at it. But they could go look on days that she was leaving for a week or two to go down to Florida and visit her family. And the day she left, there was like $100 gas purchase. We never bought $100 worth of gas. So and the marketing thing, KOA paid this photographer group to go around and take pictures at the campgrounds, and she bought all of this stuff to set up a fake tent site for them to take pictures. A tent and tablecloths and a chandelier for her tent and lights to go around the tent site, and a standalone hammock, one of those on a metal frame, and all this other stuff. And once that was all done and we took it down for her, we put it in her garage, and she'll take that with her when she leaves. Hundreds of dollars spent on KOA's dime. So if I wanted to be really nasty, I could go after her for that. But I'm just enjoying watching her go down in flames. The people leaving her at the last minute. People are finally speaking up and saying what she did to them and what she did to others. It just feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. I didn't think, I had doubts that any of that would ever come out. So I'm glad it is. Really glad it is. She had no business being a GM of a campground. She ruined the work camping experience for many people. Work camping is supposed to be fun. It's something you do to like finally just hang it up on real life, 9 to 5, property taxes, all that crap. You buy a camper, you go around to campgrounds and you work for basically minimum wage. You do a super simple job, you have fun, you make friends, you meet people from all over the world. You work there for a while, you move to another park, you do the same thing. It's supposed to be fun and not lucrative, but fun. And she ruined it for a lot of people. A lot of people. Like I said, over 50 people in 2 years. And very few of those left for reasons other than her craziness and her abuse. Very few of them left for reasons other than that. So it's really cool to see it happening now, and to still be in touch with all the locals and the employees that are letting us know, hey, last night 2 more people left in the middle of the night because she was insane. Like we heard one a couple days ago, these folks left in the middle of the night because the lady was a housekeeper and her husband said that he would work with her in housekeeping and they'd work as a team, and that's a pretty good idea, right? So when the woman went to Jenny and said, hey, my husband is he says he's volunteering to work as my partner in housekeeping, Jenny says, no, he can't do that. He's a man. She says, men can't focus on details. He can't be a housekeeper. So they left at 10:30 that night when she was scheduled the next morning. Jenny snapped at me several times because she thought I was insinuating that her as a woman didn't know about maintenance or construction or construction. And that wasn't even what I was insinuating, but she took it very offensive. And then I had to tell her, Jenny, that's not what I meant. But so there's a lot of double standards with Jenny and a lot of insanity. She has some serious mental problems, And I really, truly hope that she is truly retiring and isn't going to damage any more areas of the workforce with her presence. I really, truly hope she is retiring and she just tries to enjoy the rest of her life in solitude without ruining anyone else's lives. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, life is good for us. We're in an Airbnb right now in Hattiesburg. We spent the last 2 days hanging out on the river with my bosses and a bunch of our coworkers and a bunch of their family. And I think we're getting a new camper probably tomorrow, because ours, pulling it down here from North Carolina, was like the last straw for our camper. A lot of things went wrong with it. The AC's not working. So our boss put us in this Airbnb, and they're taking care of us. We're going to get a camper, and I think in the next couple days we're going to head down to Texas. My boss sent a bunch of his equipment down to Kerrville. We're going to do some cleanup down there after the flooding, but he's wanting me to go down there and keep an eye on his equipment for him until everybody else comes down, which is kind of cool, something different. I've already been down there once. I pulled his big camper down there. But anyway, right now it's all good. We're out here on the lakes, in the woods, off the beaten path, staying in this Airbnb, and we're loving it. But anyway, yeah, I've been wanting to say something about this whole deal with Jenny for a while. I didn't want to seem childish for bashing her, but damn it, it's so good. It's just so good. Well, y'all have a great night. Hope y'all had a good weekend. The heat's been ridiculous. Hope everybody's staying cool. I know it's been super freaking hot here, but y'all stay cool. Have a good one.